Shalom Chaverim. We all go through challenges in life. Some go through more than others, and sometimes we all go through challenges which are bigger than other times. Abraham had it the worst. He went through 10 really big challenges. And he stood through them all. That's what the Mishnah in Pirkei Avot says. We all go through those challenges in some level, some degree. I want to share with you the 10 challenges that Abraham went through and what they mean to me. The first of the 10 is a challenge that we all go through, which is our search for meaning. Abraham, for the first 13 years of his life, was chased by the leader of the world and was hidden. And eventually, at the age of 13, he was thrown into a furnace, which he survived. But Abraham's story really teaches me his quest for a source, for where he comes from. Does he have purpose? How can he be grateful for what he really has? A kid comes into this world and is asking, what do my parents want from me? What do the people around me want from me? Don't spill the milk. Don't make too much noise. Don't make a mess. Don't disturb. I'm just 3-4 years old. What do you want from me? And eventually, we start asking ourselves, what is my purpose? Am I here for a reason? And it's important to ask ourselves if we are here for a reason, because if we do, we actually come out happier, we come out appreciative, we start loving ourselves and saying, wow, something really wants me to exist. I have a raison d'être. Every day is a new day. Every day has a reason for existing. It's really important to search for meaning and eventually find yours. The second is lech lecha, the commandment to go, to make progress, to move. In life we have to go. We have to go to school. As we get older, we have to go to work. We have to go and study. We have to grow. There's this constant need to move. Lech lecha, go to yourself. Abraham was told to leave your family, leave your home. And that was because they were a very bad influence on him. The third is the search for livelihood. Parnassah. Abraham did the right thing. He was lech lecha. He went. He tried as hard as he can. He traveled. And eventually he gets to the place he was told to go, and there was a famine. There was nothing there. What a challenge. Sometimes we just don't know. We try our best and we don't know if we're going to make it. Some people have studied for so many years. Some people are extremely intelligent but just don't live with a lot of money. They have a very hard time with livelihood. We can't get caught up in the thought of how am I going to do it? What am I to do? We got to keep moving. A person's got to still think of moving forward, because we are here in this world for only a certain amount of time. And just like when it comes to the splitting of the sea, we had to dive in, so too, when it comes to livelihood, you've got to just... The fourth is finding your soul. Being attracted to the right person for the right reasons. Looking at someone in the right way. Finding someone. Lotov heyot ha'adam levado. And on the one hand, it's not good to be alone. For a human being to be alone is not good. But on the other hand, when you're in a relationship and you want to be in a serious relationship, that takes commitment. That takes a lot of work. Yofi, beauty, is defined in Judaism by looking at someone in the right way. Looking at them in the physical aspect for the right way, not to use them, but also looking at them internally for who they really are, for their spiritual identity, for who they really are. Abraham has to fight 4 big kingdoms in order to save his nephew Lot, and he goes through this crazy battle, and eventually he wins and doesn't take anything. He gives everything back and says, all I came for was life. I value life. We all go through a battle. The battle with the evil inclination, more than anything else. Our biggest enemy is the enemy within, the evil inclination. In fact, the Midrash calls the evil inclination a melech. It calls it a king. It says it's a melech, a ksil. It's a king. It's also foolish, and it's also old. It's old because it comes to us from a very young age. It's a melech because everyone listens to it. It's a king. It rules over us. And it's a ksil. It's a foolish king because at the end of the day, it tells us to do the most stupid of things. The evil inclination. It's a big challenge. The sixth is the battle for our identity. Abram was promised that his children will go through 4 different exiles. The first will be in Egypt, and the 4th will be the exile that we are currently in. And it's not easy to be in an exile, not physically, but spiritually more than anything else. It's when a person is alone in trying to do what's right. When you're living in a society that is so obviously sometimes doing what's wrong, and you yourself within is saying, I really want to be better, but my friends aren't. I want to do good, but my friends aren't. I want to find meaning, but my friends are not. That is a very big challenge. The 8th is the challenge of Shalom Bayit, peace in the home, finding peace in the home. A marriage is faced with challenges all the time, even if you're so in love. The Torah calls it an ezer kenegdo. Your spouse is a help for you, but it's against you. Sometimes they stand opposite you and they point out our mistakes. But that in itself, by them being different to us, in a way is a form of making us grow. Marriage is called nisu'in, which also comes from the word to elevate. It elevates us through those challenges, through the differences. We have the opportunity to grow. The 9th is having children. You know, it's a beautiful gift. They give us so much happiness and purpose. But many may say, you know, why should I have a child right now? I'm with myself. It's not easy to have a child. When you have a child, you have responsibility. You are committed. But at the same time, you're given your future in your hands. The feeling is so amazing. It's so great. It's hard work. But hard work is the rewards with something special. And that is a child, your own future. Some people wait for a child, some people have children, but they're very rebellious. The challenge is there, and it's with us, and we must embrace it. The 10th is sacrificing that which we love the most. Abraham was told, finally at the end, to take his child, his only child, and sacrifice his child, which eventually he didn't do. And there's other explanations of what was behind that commandment. But sacrificing something that you value, that is so important to you. And that could be eventually someone who gets older and he leaves his home. When someone gets married, they have to now leave their parents' home. When someone eventually has to pass away. In giving away our body, we lose our body, which we're so connected to. The body isn't that person anymore when someone passes away. The body isn't them. They are not in that body anymore. And that's something we must take with us as well, is sacrificing something that we are really, really close to. Those are the 10 challenges. And we have learned from Abram that in order to overcome them, you must overcome them with emunah, with a tremendous amount of faith, not blind faith, but knowledge and constant knowledge that there's a creator, that I have purpose, that I have meaning, and embrace those challenges as opposed to trying to fight them and complain about them all the time.